Don't get to drive the 13 mitigator Ford Fusion. I'd like to thank you for listening to Let's Talk Racing.tv.
Driver of the number 5 Kiker Motorsports Camry. Welcome to Let's Talk Racing TV.
With Rockingham Speedway. Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Racing.
I'm Tiffany Peters, driver of the number 17 Toyota NASCAR Camp World Truck Series, and you're listening to Let's Talk Racing. Hey guys, I'm Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bain, and thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing. All right, stand by. All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to Let's Talk Racing tonight. We already got on the phone with us Mike Smith from out at Martinsville Speedway. Mike, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. I mean, we're right on the cusp of our big spring weekend, so you got to be doing great.
What's it looking like so far? You guys pretty much look like you might get a sellout, or just close to a sellout this time?
We won't sell out, I don't think, but we're going to be up above 90%, probably around 94, 95%. And in today's climate, we're tickled to death with that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's better than some of the tracks I've been watching.
And you know, we feel like it sort of bottomed out for us about 3 races ago, and it's an uptick every race, and you know, we've got a really good weather report, so this whole week's going to be a week for us. We look for a really good walk up on Saturday and Sunday, and well, we're going to have a good crowd, and the reason we have a good crowd, we've got great racing.
Anything special y'all got going on that other than the regular races for the fans and stuff?
We're doing a salute to a young soldier from Patrick County, which is right next door to us here. He lost almost exactly a year ago from our race. He lost both legs and an arm in Afghanistan, and we're working with Gary Sinise Foundation and the Stephen Siller Tunnel Tower Foundation to build this kid a new smart home. Gary Sinise is going to be in town on Saturday night to do a concert with his Lieutenant Dan band, and Gary Sinise will be our Grand Marshal, and this young Marine, J.B. Kearns, is going to be our honorary starter. We're doing a lot of things around him this weekend. We all owe our military, our young men and women of our military, especially the ones who come home in the condition he is. So we're going to make sure this kid has a nice house sitting on the banks there at River in Patrick County.
Well, cool. I'm really proud of you guys stepping up and helping the guys out there, because they, like you said, they do a lot for us.
Yep. If we fail these kids, I heard comedian Ron White say this the other day. If we fail these young men and women that come home injured, we fail as a country. So, and I thoroughly believe that.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's, to me, I've been in the military. I was in the Vietnam era, and it's a totally opposite of how everybody felt.
It is, and that's one of the things, you know, Gary Sinise told us when he was at the track recently that he played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump, and he got a feel for what soldiers felt like coming home from Vietnam, and he has made it his life's work to make sure our kids in the military never feel that way again.
Yeah. So who are you hoping, and then who do you think will win the races this weekend?
Well,
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, I've got a few favorites out there. You know, from a promoter standpoint, we've got to pull hard for Dale Jr. and what a weekend it would be. The Hendrick next win for the Rick Hendrick is their 200th win. the very first Hendrick win came at Martinsville Speedway with Jeff Bodine, so that would be really fitting. And you know, it'd be great for everybody's ticket sales for Dale Jr. to win a race. He almost won here a year ago. He led a lot of laps, and Kevin Harvick got by him late in the race. Martinsville, believe it or not, is his absolute best racetrack. You know, most of his wins have come on super speedways, but he has a really phenomenal record at Martinsville. He's in the top 10, like 16 out of 24 times he's raced here. Yeah, it could be him this weekend. You know, Kevin Harvick's making his 400 start this weekend. He's a buddy of ours, lives down the road, does a lot to help us with that charity, so I wouldn't mind seeing him win either.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Think you're going to have a repeat winner from the fall to the spring?
That wouldn't be bad either. You know, there's just so many great storylines coming into the race. You know, Stewart is just hot as a firecracker now. You know, and he sort of kicked all of that off here at Martinsville last year. I mean, he got on a roll when he won here and just never let up, and that's continued over to this year. And you know, his running mate Ryan Newman had a good run last week. You know, that'd be a pretty cool win too. Just a lot of good stuff going on right now, and you know, the way Martinsville is, you know, we beat bang, push, shove. No telling who's going to come out of there the winner.
Now, here's a strange question for you. Do you think you're ever going to get Nationwide back out there running again?
You know, we sort of the old, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We do very well with the Truck Series. Our fans have really supported it. You know, we were one of the inaugural tracks in 1995 to have what was then the Super Truck Series in. Years later, we added the second race. Now, we've tried the Nationwide Series. We had the standalone event in 2006 in the middle of the summer, and it was a lost leader. It was just granted there was some problems with the scheduling of it, but it was abysmal. So right now we're happy with the Truck Series. You know, don't get many of the Cup guys over there. You get a lot of young guys, guys like John King that won at Daytona, guys like Timothy Peters, local guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Burton's son, Jeff, is racing this weekend. I mean, you get guys that are really hungry and don't mind scrapping a little bit.
Cool. Timothy, we've had him on quite a few times, and I like to talk to him after the races out there. Now, I'm gonna shift your gears here into NASCAR stuff here. What's your feeling on the stuff with the 48 car?
You know, I try not to get too much in the technical side of stuff because I don't know anything about cars. I think NASCAR's got a pretty good system in place. Our track president Clay Campbell sits on their board of appeals. He hears 2 or 3 appeals a year. He doesn't. He tries not to because we run Cup races here. He prefers from sitting on any of those. He sits on a lot of like K&N appeals, Nationwide appeals, things like that. Right. I've seen the system working from the inside, and I know a lot of people have lashed out at the guy that's sort of the grand commissioner, John Middlebrook, but he got to see some things that the appellate committee didn't get to see. You know, when you take an appeal in, you don't get to see both sides at the same time.
Right.
He saw some things that the other guys didn't, and he came out, when it was all said and done, there's still, with his ruling, you're not sure whether, he suspended the points, he left the fine, so to me it's still sort of up in the air, and I think what's going to happen is they go to Talladega and they show up with the same configured C-post, that it's going to be complicated again, and we're going to go through the whole thing again.
Yeah, the thing that gets me is that you're seeing some of the guys, they're saying, all right, we won.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really win. They just got a cheaper penalty than what they've had.
Yeah, exactly. They got the points reinstated, but they're still paying some pretty heavy fines.
Now, the only good thing about that is it gets to go to the NASCAR Foundation to help out people. So
Exactly.
yeah, but yeah, I just thought, they're sitting there and they were interviewing them last weekend, and they were sitting there, oh yeah, we won, and I'm sitting here, hold on, you only lowered it. If you want to think it's a win, that's like poor Carl Edwards being, tied at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And losing because of the win.
Exactly. But it keeps people talking. It keeps fans on Facebook and Twitter yakking about it, and that's good when they're talking about it.
Oh yeah, that's the controversy sells. You and I both know that.
Absolutely.
Well, they're good, bad, or indifferent. It's gets it out there.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
What you got going on tonight? You told me you had a little bit of a busy schedule tonight too, as well.
Yeah, I just had a TV show earlier tonight. Actually, I started at 4:00 this morning. We had a TV station out of Greensboro doing their morning show live out of our campground, so we had to be there at 4. And I think we had 6 or 7 TV stations at the track during the day today, and I had another TV show I did this evening, and got you guys, and then I got another call about 9 o'clock tonight in Philadelphia. But we love it. Like I say, we only do this a couple times a year, so
you get to be a real popular guy.
and you get excited about it. I mean, gosh, it's not many people get to do what we do, and I'm just tickled to death that I do get to do it.
So what else you got going on this year out at the track?
Well, we've got our the big cup race in the fall, and this is our 65th season, and we're just kicking that off pretty easy here in the spring, but next fall we're going to have some pretty dynamic things around it with leading into the cup race. And next fall, our big late model race, the Virginia's Racing Lovers 300, is actually the week before the cup race. We're sort of rolling them all into mini speed weeks. So that's going to be an interesting time. We've got a new, we've got a program with South Boston Speedway and Langley this year for the late models of Triple Crown. The guy who finished highest in 3 races this year, one at South Boston, one at Langley, and our season ended in late model race. They win a little bit of extra cash and a nice big trophy, so that's pretty cool. We love late model racing out here. We've got a big 4th of July concert that's free. We're going to announce who the talent is for that in probably 2 weeks. And we'll have about 40,000 people out for that. It's a big free event that we like to put on every year. So
cool.
We stay busy. People think we only work a couple weeks of the year, but if they only knew.
Yeah, it takes a lot to keep that place rolling out there.
It does. It does.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm hitting back from our last interview we did. Did Tiger Tom ever catch up with you?
No, I never talked to him.
I'm going to have to remind him. I thought Chrissy would have got him to get a hold of you because he still swears he's owed a clock from out there.
No, he never. I don't think I've seen. I may have seen Tom once then, but haven't talked to him.
Well, if I forget to call him, I know I'll be seeing him down at the Rock with his grandson out there.
I'll have to maybe go back and research that a little bit more.
Hey, believe it or not, I try to keep on top of some things.
That's a good thing.
Well, I know you got more stuff to do, and unless you want to keep on talking, we'll go ahead and let you go.
No, I'm gonna eat some beans and do a little more work.
All right, go have some hot dogs too while you're at it.
We'll start those on Friday.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the hot dogs either. Goodness.
Oops.
Oh, I know. We announced this week that after 65 years, Jesse Jones has become an official partner of Martinsville Speedway. Our hot dog, it's continuing to be popular.
Now here's a question: Have you or are you in the future going to have like a hot dog king of the world eating contest out there?
well, we've done it on scales before, but it's not anything we're going to do big. We don't think. We just sort of like our fans, join them in the stands.
Because I'm sure there's some fans out there would probably love to get into something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would.
Get a couple of the drivers out there too, or some of the crew members. Oh my God, it would be hilarious.
Yeah, we've done that before for late model events when it was a Taco Bell 300 tacos.
Dang, I knew I should have been out there for them.
Yeah.
You've seen my belly, you know I can put a few there. All right, Mike, go have yourself a good night, and we'll talk to you later on.
Y'all take care, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Damn, I never knew they had a taco eating contest out there.
Yeah, that's different.
But now it's the Virginia's for Lovers. What are they going to do now for a contest? We won't touch that one.
Yeah. Back to get risque.
Oh, risk B, risk A, what the heck.
Yeah.
But somebody will have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who's going to judge it. The local eunuch, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Are you turning red?
No.
Look at you. Or is that from the suntan from the lights?
Yeah, I'm getting cooked by your light.
Okay. What can I say? Gotta shine some light on the subject. So anyway, what's your thoughts on what's happened with the Jimmy Johnson thing here? Okay, they're sitting there saying they won. You know, and hold on, guys, you still lost $100,000. Granted, that's like a buck or two to us in our pocket.
Yeah.
But
That's another,
you still lost. You mean?
It's another big hand slap of, hey, we caught you again, don't do it. And it's like, yeah.
Bad boys. But hey, well, they're still on still on probation still.
Yeah.
That was still left up. So basically, yeah, it's a hand slap. But if they do screw up, they'll probably just stretch the probation length further on out, like they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Seen that happen way too many times. So what else? What else is going on? You were researching there on NASCAR there for a little bit. What'd you find?
Nothing real.
Well, if anything, we can congratulate Tony for winning this
Oh,
past
yeah.
weekend. He did the right move. They were watching the radar and said, "No, we ain't gonna pit stop." Jimmy Johnson, he's the big boy that lucked out.
Yes.
He had a cut hose and he managed to finish in I think 10th, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So he managed to squeeze that one out. Otherwise, it'd been like 27th if he'd gone down a couple of laps when he went to do that. But I'm all right with that. Tony with another win.
Yeah.
So what was it, out of the last, 14 races, he's won, 7?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've been pulling for smoke, too. I mean, I like him. I mean, just the way he carries himself and everything else. I was
you
just
hear that,
liking.
Tony?
Yeah. And I got a bunch of guys that work pulling for Little E, but, you know, I just haven't seen him comfortable with the new car.
Yeah. They, they got practice, tomorrow night at Langley and Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
And then the following weekend they'll be running regular races by then.
And hopefully, weather permitting.
Now this weekend's supposed to be great. Well, no, actually, I think on this section, East Coast,
Yeah.
we got a chance of rain, but it'll be during the day and not at night, so that'll be good because that's the rain will be already gone from Martinsville. What else hot topic out there? You got the computer tonight. You get to be the wing ding.
Oh, thanks.
Or the weenie ding. What do you want to be called? I mean, hey.
Wing nut.
Wing nut, yeah. Anyway, later on, in a little bit here, we're going to have Terry Carson calling in from Carson Racing out in California, out on the West Coast. Him and his two daughters, they run Carson Racing. They got quite a few drivers under their wings. I don't know if you ever have met them guys. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got Bobby Dale Earnhardt under his wing. Several other drivers as well. They also have one of the daughters also does model photography. So they always have plenty of models for the race cars. Go figure. Sex sells.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, what was the Danica report from last week? You're trying to figure out what it says?
Yeah.
Are you just trying to close something or
No, it's
trying to minimize?
minimize, trying to get in there so I could.
You're trying to go back to NASCAR?
Yeah. Or it's.
Just click down here and switch. Anywho,
Mm-hmm.
going to the store. You want to buy a diecast?
No.
Okay, fine. So how did Danica finish up?
I do not know.
Oh, you're terrible. You're killing me.
Sorry. I had a busy weekend other than
Oh, gosh.
I was hanging drywall,
Well,
among other things.
is that your excuse and you're sticking to it type thing?
Yes.
All right. Let me see what I can find out here. Bear with me. I'm going to hop on to NASCAR.com and cheat. Normal guest, Matt Mullins, the host, he blew it tonight. He's still out working somewhere. Let's see. Schedule nationwide. She didn't run the sprint cup race, did she? Montana?
I don't think so. I don't remember hearing.
Well, let's see. 35th.
Ooh.
But would she get into a crash or something, or? Oh, engine let loose.
Engine.
Oh, her and Morgan Shepherd. They must be sharing the same engine maker. He got 3 more laps out of it than she did.
Yeah.
I tell you, all the starting parkers, we got vibrations, so we got to park it. You know.
Yeah.
Used to be they started tearing it down to find out, hey, what's wrong here? You know.
Now it's just, okay.
Yeah, so. The Sprint Cup standings, let's see how that changed around for us. Biffle still stayed on top. Kevin Harvick Jr. moved up 3 slots. Tony Stewart moved up 3 slots. Martin Truex dropped 1. Kenseth dropped 3. Denny Hamlin dropped 2. Clint Boyer stayed in 8. Jimmy Johnson came up to 9th after getting his points back. Ryan Newman has popped up to 10th.
Mm-hmm.
He jumped up 3 spots. Him and Tony are zipping on up.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Menard, he lost a spot, dropped back to 11th. Carl Edwards came up 3. Joey Logano dropped 4. Kyle Busch came up 2. Jeff Button dropped 3. Brad Keselowski dropped 2 to the 16th position. And Sparky Mark Martin stayed in 17th. Anywho.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on at Lane? What are you doing? You trying to close it again?
Oh, sorry.
Just tell it to close all connections, then you won't have to worry about it. Close it. Whatever.
Mhm.
Whatever works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you getting figured out yet?
No, but I'll try.
You're signed in under me, so it'll probably give you access to just about everybody out there.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Langley have a post up on here?
Yep. I think they actually got a 30-second commercial on their page. Down the bottom one.
Yep.
I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, Faith, who's watching the show from home.
Yes.
Not much else you can do other than watch TV and visit with the daughter. They're out doing their date night thing at the house.
Ah.
When we're doing the show thingy, they do the date night thingy, they call it. Oh, well,
Yes.
whatever. Anyway, let's see. Terry Carson, Joe Scarborough is after him. There's got to be some better racing news than what we got already. I feel like I'm dropping the ball here.
I was hoping Joe was going to make it because he's always a trip to be around.
Joe was planning on trying to make it, but he had to hurry up and get everything done. And the car, they just finished loading the car a little bit ago because they got to go racing on Friday, or started heading somewhere for Friday. Apparently, Bruton Smith has finally said yes, they will make changes at Bristol. Yeah, they've been talking about it. They did a week-long study, and they also got fan input. So now they're going to try to make it back to the one
groove
racetrack.
Yeah, I always thought that was more exciting. The progressive, it never really got to me. I was always remember the old Bristol. I mean, it just.
Yeah. I mean, back there, in order to get by them, you had to tap them, move them up, scoot under, and
Yeah.
Apparently, Atlanta's going to have some new ticket specials for 2012. People wanting to know some of the stuff are scanning through jski.com. Rodney Atkins to perform at Talladega. You a Rodney Atkins fan?
Yeah, sometimes.
Darlington has a new Too Tough for something now. They've got a new Too Tough to Tailgate zone. I tell you what. Hey, whatever. Did he tell us about Virginia Tech was going to be playing?
I did not hear that.
National anthem at Martinsville. I know he said somebody, but that was for the charity thing.
Yeah, I remember the charity stuff. I didn't hear it.
Cool beans. And he didn't even go over to the packages they had out there. Suppose they had some great package deals going on out at the Speedway too. While you're doing that, I need to. So, who's your favorite driver, Tommy? Tommy, let's do a short intro about yourself. How'd you get into racing? Do a little short bio.
Tommy Tacy, and what?
You're asking me? Don't.
I know. I'm trying to. Where do you want me to start?
When did you start? What got you into racing?
Started with RC cars and partnered ownership in a hobby shop, an indoor racetrack, and it's just kind of grew up from there. Did 7 years go-karts. For most of that, I finished second place for each season to the guy that running third in the region. So still never got a championship. I got knocked out of 2 of them, but never really got that one good win.
So you did get a championship, but as a crew chief for Matt.
Yeah.
Did he at least? Never mind. I don't even say.
Yes, we did get a championship with Matt in the Pro 6 Series, and I told him, he came up to me, asked if I'd do it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give you the car, but, you basically got to win every race. I'll give you the car to do it. It's up to you after that to go and do it. So he did all right. Still got beat by a girl that one time, but...
what was it? Wasn't there a little pact? I think somebody had said something about they were supposed to hang back or something. She decided to get on the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she talked to her spotter and was talking to ours, and it's like, okay, yeah, she's going to hold back, and she pretty much suckered him. He got caught sleeping, and
welcome to my world.
Oh yes.
Oh God.
And
But you see the new '97 car? I took a picture of it and put it on Facebook. Eagle is going to be the Eagle '97 car.
Okay.
I didn't get a real good close-up picture because I was outside the track. Stopped by for a few and took a picture, and looks like he's got a pretty good wrap job on it.
Sweet.
Sweet. But shortly here, next week, we'll have to get some of the guys in.
Mm-hmm.
Get them on the show here.
Start dragging the yokels in.
Okay, Terry, anytime now. We're talking bad about you now. Charlotte Motor Speedway, they're going to be building some new mini suites
Oh, cool.
overlooking, was it Pit Road? Yeah, overlooking Pit Road. That could be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Just 6?
Depends how nice the suites are.
Yeah. But the only bad spot to that is that
Yeah.
they'll have to rely on the TVs in there to see what's going on, because you
Yeah.
ain't gonna see nothing out the backside unless they got windows on the backside too.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be awful interesting.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I should call him myself. Excuse me a moment. Let me call him on the line 9.
Mm-hmm.
To wake him up. Stop a couple more racing.
Trying to look at something for the local stuff on here for Langley.
Any tracks starting up this week?
I know they've had their 2 practices, so should be getting ready to get started here.
Hey, Derek. I figured I'd call you because you were snoozing out there. Hang on, we put. I figured you were snoozing out there, relaxing on the boat.
All right.
That's why I'm calling you. It's Roger. Hang on a second. All right, hang on. We'll switch over to the main line. Push 2 on speaker. Push the line this way. Hey Terry, you're live on the show.
Hey, welcome. I mean, to me, I guess.
Where you out? Going fishing or sailing?
Huh?
Were you out fishing or sailing?
No, I was saying, I went out there with my dog. Just went out to the Atlantic Ocean to relax and get ready for a big weekend we got coming up. You know, we got, I'm not supposed to talk about this, but we got Newberry racing out in Virginia. We got, you know, he doesn't like, he's one of those young guns that doesn't like to talk about it after he's done everything right.
So
Brendan Newberry for NTS Racing.
He's going to be running out at the truck race in Martinsville?
Martinsville, yeah. The thing about it is, Brendan Newberry is one of our stars, our young stars. He's one of the 3 young guns.
Yeah.
Bobby Dale, Jeff O'Lean, and Brendan Newberry, and we're all running out of NTS, which is owned by Bobby Newberry, his father, who is a man. He is something. Bobby and I have become best friends. I tell him he's the next Rick Hendrick. That's what I always talk about, because every time I get around him, he's motivating everybody. He's got every hand. He's the kind of guy gets excited at a McDonald's. I mean, he's just great personality and smart. And then his son is so driven. And when I watched Brendan race when he was in Irwindale, California, first time I ever saw Brendan race, I went up to Doug Stokes and I said, I wonder who that kid is. I saw his hauler out there in the car. How in the world? He said, that boy's been running out here and ran those little dwarfs and everything else, and his sister does too, and the father was a racer. So we went out and met them, and we've been, of course, with them ever since then. They're the cars. We built the cars for Bobby Dale Earnhardt, which I guess, I don't know if anybody knows not, but Earnhardt Carson Incorporated is now a full-on company. Carson and Earnhardt are together, and Bobby Dale is the owner. He can drive, like I told him, you can drive whatever you like, Bobby. You're an owner. You're not, you're not just a contractor. You can drive for me or whoever. We got the funds to go for the show. He's been working up in West Virginia and they took a loving to him. He's met the mayor. He was with Chavella Simmons. She owns the all-in-one pawn shops. She's a gold and silver buyer, and they are big racing fans up in West Virginia. And she took him to a local barbershop called the Drive-In Barbershop. People have been giving them money for this West Virginia race car. We're going to run out there in a late model, maybe a Canyon Pro Cup as well.
Cool.
And car's gorgeous. It's got the state flag all over the hood.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool. Now you were telling
Married him up,
huh?
sir. They basically married Bobby Dale. They fell in love with him, you know.
Cool.
That personality, they like him around.
He's a nice guy. We took and talked to him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you know, he told me about being on the show. I think he had a good time enjoying it. You know, a lot of my drivers, you know, like, they're really quiet until you get them on one-to-one, but Bobby, he's one of these, he kind of like fits in anywhere. I knew his grandfather real, you know, when I was a kid, growing up. I'm older than Dale, but Dale was kind of a quiet guy, except on the one-to-one, he was real talkative, but he drives to me more like Dale than any of them.
Huh.
Behind the wheel out here, Irwindale, California, he ran for RPM out there with a celebrity race, which we put him a lot of fun stuff right the first year, but he went out there and his time was right there with the top leader. He'd been racing for about 2 years with RPM, and then he went out there and had the same matching team with lesser. I feel like he had lesser car. He had less horsepower, less car. And turned 19.2s, 19.3s at Irwindale Speedway, which people know was good. And I said, "How long has this been a car?" Bob said, 8 months.
Hey, if you got talent, you got to use it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it's kind of like my hunt dog. You know, that fast dog kind we promote. That
Yeah.
dog is like Harry has that movie, Days of Thunder. I didn't teach that dog a damn thing. It's a natural hunter. That's just what they are.
Yep.
That's true in race drivers. I mean, I heard somebody criticize the other day, oh, they can only drive because they got a big name. No, they can drive because it's their genes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a lot of that too. I'm sure. I just made a statement on Facebook. In 30 years plus of racing, I've been with every kind of driver I think anyone has. I'm old. And from the time I was a kid, I saw one thing. From the first car in the field, I'm sure you guys said, to the 42nd car in the field, their times were the 1.7 tenths of a second. Now, every one of those damn guys can drive. But something makes some of them come to the edge more than the others, or know when they like their car loose, or whatever they like, and to get the speed, but they also save their car. And these kind of guys, they win because of teamwork with their crew chiefs, their pit crews, and their motivator. Rick Hendrick, to me, was the greatest motivator I ever worked with. He motivated everybody, from the guys in the back like me to the marketing research and all, to the guys in the front office. You know, Rick Hendrick made everybody feel important. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I think that, you know, there's a lot to it more than just being able to drive. I guess all of them drive, if you think about it.
Yeah.
We've got another exciting deal going on. We have his co-driver is a guy named Jeremiah Johnson. Have you ever seen him on our website?
I think I have.
He's the Wyoming Cowboy. And he's the perfect example of perfect Bobby Dale. You know, we're sponsored by NRA, National Rifle Association.
Yeah.
I'm a hunter and outdoorsman, and Jeremiah's father owns a dude ranch up in Wyoming, Alton, Wyoming. I put he and Bob together like, oh my God, put two bees in a pod. Both of them, West Virginia and Wyoming. Bobby's from Carolina. They took to each other like crazy, and they both drive, just drive the hell out of the car. They through the corner smooth as glass, both of them, and I thought they would get along. They started comparing and talking. Of course, I put Brenda Newberry in there too. All three of them met about out here in L.A. It was a immediate bond between all three of them. I call them young guns, and Jeffo Lean 2 would be 4. We think we've got a deal coming up with these young guns coming up. It'll be fun to watch. Fans who they like the half-mile track. We're going to run Bobby Dale, Jeremiah in a big race out here in Bakersfield, California. We're running with Race Recovery as the sponsor, and we're a celebrity team with Bobby Dale and Jeremiah Jensen, and they're going to run together dirt cars at Bakersfield track. where Ronald McDonald House is with all the kids out there. They're little guys, both of them really small guys. The kids just love them.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Celebrities out there. My daughter Kristen, my granddaughter Kelsey, and they're all. I call them the Hollywood group.
Yeah.
But I think the kids have a good time, and they'll really enjoy Bobby Dale and Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah's got kids of his own, and he's the real deal cowboy up. His grandfather was 90, owns the Dude Ranch, and his father works there, works for a claim company. Jeremiah basically has been running that Dude Ranch since he was a little kid. He just turned, I think, 26. They're all young 20s, and we put Jeremiah on the track, and he went out there, went on that half mile. And it was so funny because Jeremiah was running the car so good. And they were in there with the LA Racing Driving School. We're buddies with, we do a lot of marketing with them, and we do recommend that school. Is still going on, by the way, at Irwindale. L'Oreal's closed. The LA Racing Driving School is still running. We went out there, and they gave us a car for Jeremiah. I told them make sure to give him a good car. And a driver named Ryan Partridge wins about everything out there as the instructor. And Ryan is a friend of mine. He said, give him a good car. He said, I'm going to give him a good car. They're all about the same. These are late models. They got about 500 horsepower. After about 3 laps, he turned him loose, and it was embarrassing. They were running a 20-lap race, and he was laughing everybody out 2 or 3 laps. Jeremiah laps. They had to announce, now this is Carson Racing's professional driver. Jeremiah hadn't been more than 8 months on a craftsman truck. So these guys can drive, and they're hot drivers, and I think you get more bang for the buck with Carson and Earnhardt or Carson Racing than anybody else, because, not everybody's got $12 million. We can run a lot cheaper than they can. I promise you that. And we have good cars in DS building. That's what I feel really blessed to be able to be in this deal, in the position I'm in, to have, we have like 36 teams with Carson Racing, 2.5-year-old company. We've got 75 contractors all over the states, and now we've got these European races. We've got 3 stock car races, if you saw the website. And 2 of them are coming out here at race. One's going to race my old Porsche, and we're going to probably put them some dirt cars out here. And then 2 of them want to run, one wants to run an ARCA race. He's from Ireland. And they're all on my website and on Facebook, Carson Racer magazine. It's also got stories on every driver. So we'd love to have you guys come out when we're in your area. And if you have, we've changed the Carson Racer magazine to also include the Facebook like a magazine, because it's even faster. They're going to be on Carson Racer magazine, but you're quick. Like, say you go out and you run I don't care if you run a go-kart this weekend, and you did really good, and you want to get it on tape, you go to Carson Racer Facebook, and Ola, who is the vice president of the company, she will get you on your story and your photos online right away on Facebook Racer magazine.
Oh, that's really good.
All fast. We're fast like the fast dog. Y'all got any other questions with me? Because I've run my mouth the whole time.
Well, Terry, you're good at that.
That's what I just feel.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. You've got stuff you got to put out there. That's what we try to help you with.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is Newberry also going to try to run at the Rock?
Brendan Newberry is going to run a lot of most of the K&N East and West Coast races. He's going to be running. He's trying to get his he wants to get his seat time so he can move on up, going to nationwide.
Okay.
His plan is. So they're going to run the Camping World Truck Series. They're going to run 15 to 17 races in Camping World, different things that he can get. He's young. He just turned 21.
Yeah, because I figured, because at the Rock, you're not going to have that many the Cup or Nationwide guys coming over there to run there, because they'll be off at someplace else.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell nobody.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do this on the air, right? Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Don't tell Newberry.
Okay.
Brendan Newberry is going to come down there. He's going to meet Bobby Dale, which is now a team owner. I remember Bobby's not a driver; he's a team owner, Earnhardt Carson. And he's going to meet, and he's going to take Brendan Newberry in his hometown, which is he's actually from there, and he's going to take him around. They're going to sign some autographs, 2 of them, and he's going to be do the PR work for Brendan Newberry at the Rock.
That's a secret. Don't tell nobody.
Okay.
Okay.
We won't tell. I won't tell anybody. Yeah, we were.
You guys are fun.
Reason I was asking about if he was going to be at the Rock, I was hoping to go to Martinsville this weekend, but with family issues, my wife requires 24/7 care, and I don't have anybody who can handle it yet for a whole weekend. So.
You doing better?
She's slowly improving. She had a stroke back in November.
I remember.
Yep. So.
Well, we all pray for her and hope she gets better. The Rock down there, you don't know this, but I went to Wingate College. And when it was a college, not a university, I wouldn't have let me in now. I went to school with people that opened up the Rock, and they were from Rockingham. And I went to school with their son. And I've been wanting to go see him. I haven't seen him in 30, 40 years. They sold it out years ago. But we used to go to Rockingham and Hamlet.
Yeah.
Go down there, and we'd date pretty girls and come back to Wingate before the Hamlet Rockingham boys beat us up.
Yeah.
Her name was Land. Vance Land was a guy that I went to school with.
Ah.
The son of the owner of the Rock.
Yeah, I was hoping to.
That closed, huh?
Yeah, I was hoping to meet up with Newberry out there at Martinsville, but since I couldn't go, I'm still planning to go hit the Rock and at least come back for a Martinsville fall race.
Go meet him and Bobby Dale down there, and I may get there. I'm definitely coming to Charlotte, and I'm going to West Virginia. Bobby's having too much fun up there. They've been taking him fishing, those wild rapids, the entertainment of West Virginia, and that state's on a roll right now, and they love the Earnhardt Dame, and they love Bobby Dale already.
Cool.
And this lady, Chavella Simmons, you got to remember that name. They have just taken and put Bobby to work with them between races and let him go anytime he wants to go. He can just fly out and go race and come back to work. Put him up to live.
Cool.
I mean, they just took good care of our driver, and then he's having a ball up there. I got a picture on Facebook of him and Chavella and another girl there got shotguns out there, been shooting skeet. They asked me, said, Terry, have you ever shot skeet? You're a cowboy. I said, I killed 2 last year, but I don't like the clay you get in your teeth.
No, dude. Oh, boy. You should bake them better then when you go to do it, okay? It's easier to chew.
I really should do a better job. That's great.
Cook them in butter, fry them up, you know. We'll send you some recipes.
You guys probably got plenty.
All right.
Anyway, this is fun, and I really appreciate you letting us plug our magazine, our company. Can I do a shout-out one time?
Sure, you go ahead. It's your nickel right now.
All right. Bobby Dale, Chavella, NTS, Brendan Newberry, Jeff Whelen, Jeremiah Jensen. If I left anybody out, I didn't forget my daughters, Tanya and Kristen, and my granddaughter, Elsie. Check us out on the web. Say howdy. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, everybody wants to check out Terry Carson and his group of people. CarsonRacing.com. It's basically laid out like a magazine. They've got all the drivers there. Of course, you didn't even say anything about Boris. I ain't going to tell him you didn't say anything about him.
Well, I'm not going to. The reason is Boris to go open that car dealership with Rick Hendrick out here in the West Coast. Boris said his name's on the building. I went out to see it, and it is gorgeous. And he's running Grand Am this year. And to realize I've got him and Eric Kern running Grand Am the whole season this year.
Yeah.
Rides they had from last year. And I'm gonna do a little. Eric Kern has been keeping me up to date, but Boris has been running that dealership, and I know I ran car dealerships for most of my life. I know he hadn't had the time with a brand new dealership to be taken off except to go racing and get back home. So that's the reason. No, we love Boris Fed. He's our big dog. In fact, I wish I could get him to go spend, day on the road course with Brendan Newberry and Bobby Dale. We've got road racers too, that are coming out here. I've got one coming out from Europe, and he's also running stock cars. But I've also got Cliff Bechet, who runs in South Africa. This kid, get on the website and look at him. We've got some really cool drivers. Like I said, there's 22 on Carson Racing. the Carson Racer magazine has done over 240 stories on amateur to pro racers. So, and we keep them all. Once you go on with us, you're on the archives forever, whether you're a model or we talk about you. And we're always in the positive. I don't allow our people to talk negative about any other team and any other person. I can't stand that crap. I'm too old for that. And everybody spends their money to get out there the weekend. I praise them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it. You know, I mean, I'm not. My job is to make sure that we promote motorsports and clean sports, and we don't tell people how to live their lives and anything, but we do promote. We want the kids to have a good time in life like we did, but we want them to stay away from drugs or overuse of alcohol, either one.
Yes.
We've got. I've got my history, and other people got theirs. But the truth of the matter is, I'm worried about our young people. That's why I did this whole deal.
Yeah. Well, good thing. Well, let me go ahead and let you get going. We've got Joe Scarbrough. He's just texting me now. He says, "Who is that windback?" No, he didn't do that. No, you've talked with him before anyway, because he's sometimes a guest host in here with us. So, all right, Terry, you have yourself a good one, and hopefully I get a chance to meet you sometime here before too long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make sure you meet Newberry, and also Rick Hendrick, and I'm still his favorite fan.
Okay, when I see him, I'll tell him.
Hendrick. All right.
All right, have a good week. Put a nickel in Terry. He's good for it. I mean,
yeah.
he's proud of what all the girls have done, and he's done. You see the website. It's a nice website. It's laid out really nice. Fast dogs. And he's got quite a few guys out there. Ricky Byers, he's been trying to help Ricky out do some of his ARCA racing. Ricky's been re-diagnosed with cancer again.
Yeah.
So he's got a race for the cure thing that he does. But there are a bunch of good people out there. I've talked to his daughters quite a bit, mostly Kristen. When first time we got these guys on the show, oh my God, I think I spent maybe 2 hours out of the day not talking to them the first time. But we had a blast. And they only had like 4 or 5 racers, and that was about 2 or 3 years ago. So we get those guys on at least a couple of times a year. Good people.
Oh, yeah.
He goes a long way back. Rick Hendrick and him are buds for a long time. You ask him about what all Rick's done for him, and you'll be here for another half hour.
Yeah.
All right, what's happening with Joe here? I have to beat him upside his head.
Call from Joe Scarbrough.
Yes, Joe. Did you get the number I sent you? No, you called my cell phone.
We're experiencing technical difficulty.
I accidentally pushed the wrong button, and it sent out 2 blank ones and the phone number. That's the cell. That's the cell. All right, bye. He's a race car driver, can't you tell?
Yeah, it's got the same problem with phones.
Oh, God, we'll have to get him up with Brad Keselowski. There we go. We figured we're going to have to get you hooked up with Brad Keselowski because he can tweet while he's racing now.
Oh, really? That's talent. How do you hear his voice over the car?
I said tweet. I didn't say talk.
Oh, tweet.
You know, typing and driving?
Tweet. I can't tweet and chew gum. I'm not that talented.
You get a better phone where all you do is just talk.
I'm working on it.
You just talk to it, and it automatically does it. That's how I do. I cheat that way, too. We got Joe Scarbrough on the line. Joe.
Hi.
How you doing?
Forget about it. How you doing?
You getting ready for the race weekend?
We were ready to go last weekend, and we watched a lot of rain. But we did get through tech, which was good. That's an extensive tech. I've never really been to one of cars' premier divisions like that. That was a lot. But we made it. You know, the engine teched out, the fuel cell's ready to go. So I mean, that was a big relief.
Why were you cheating it?
We worked so hard, so long, and you know, you always wondered, God, did we miss a detail? Are they going to send us home? You know, oh, God, that's the the hardest part. That rule book is extensive.
Yeah, why were you trying to do the gray area thing and do after the Jimmy Johnsons?
No. We are trying to run right in not the black or the white. We're trying to get right to print. My crew chief, Jonathan McMullen, we asked him so many questions, the tech inspector, and tech inspector was actually calling him back at one point in time saying, "Hey, do you have any questions today?"
That sounds about like y'all.
Yeah, well, it's our team owners are very stickler for rules. The car goes out legal, and that's it. There's no BS about it, no wiggle room. And if the car's not legal, we're all out of jobs. So that car is going to meet the book. And, we've had a couple of times where we accidentally, got low on ride height, things like that in other divisions. It took a lot of explaining to go, hey, we just screwed up. I'm sorry, we made a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, there are times things will happen. Somebody can tap you and can offset the car a little bit.
Last year we had the problem with we really started messing around with like a lot of the tie down on the shocks and stuff. When we set the car in the shop, it was half inch over legal, but once you step on the brakes, the car would go down to 2 inches, and it'd take a week and a half for it to come back up. and they just weren't willing to wait that long.
Oh man, that just sucks when that happens.
Yeah, it was like we failed tech at the shed, and then we come back and pulling our hair out and measure the car at the pits, and it'd be legal. It's like, oh, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, hey, what can we say? All right, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you came from, and how you got to where you are now.
Oh, geez, that's like 30. I've been racing 32 years. I started when I was 10. Started with karts. Worked for my dad. My dad raced for a lot of years. I was his crew chief. I got into stock cars when I was like 14. Where did I get street stocks, late models, pro stocks, Grand Am sports cars, and now this year NASCAR wheel and modified. We ran the the Florida style, IMCA style mods. They run at Langley and Rolling Thunder. Had a lot of success with that. Raced for a couple of different teams over the past years. Got I don't know, about 30 wins in the last 5 years. A couple of championships, rookie of the year. We've been pretty successful. I got a really good team behind us. Several teams that I've worked with have been really good teams, very supportive, and you can't do it without it. It's a team, Everybody sees, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, but, that's all them guys behind them. They don't get the credit they should get.
Yeah.
I got to thank the team owner, Vicky Castergren, for doing what she does, giving me the opportunity to drive for Darren Mix for doing all the marketing and all the, beating all the bushes with that. Jonathan McMullen has been our engine builder and crew chief for years. Andy Bogg, my spotter. It's a team. It needs everybody. Without them, you're just one guy watching a race.
Now, I was just talking to Terry Carson out in California, and he was telling me Boris Head's going to be running the Grand Am Series this year.
Did he not run it last year? No, Boris had his own team there for a while too. I think he had BMWs in the GS series.
I'm just asking about this year. I don't know about last year.
Oh, am I going to be running it?
Yeah, you're going to try to run. You said you run Grand Am. You're going to try to take and get out there and.
I like, I'm always open to the opportunity. The team I was connected with in 2007, they basically they closed the doors in 2008. I mean, it was a good running team. It was a great bunch of people, but just price was just too much for them. They just they couldn't pull the marketing down to keep the team running.
Well, maybe we should have you in here one night on Wednesday, and we'll put Boris on the phone, and then you can sort of see if you can get your way in.
Actually, I know one of my teammates. I think has driven with Boris a few times. Charles Espinal was one of the guys that drove. He's a great guy. He drives for Dempsey Racing now, but I think he still runs for Boris every now and then.
Cool. That works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great. It was good fun. Yeah, I'm sure I saw Boris on the racetrack at some point in time, but once you're on the track, they all look the same.
But not after you got done with them, right?
So, hey, no, not me. I was clean.
No, then they're all in the rearview mirror, right?
Yeah, well, actually, Boris is running the GS car in the combination races. You get the GS cars that run like Mustangs and the six-cylinder BMW, stuff like that.
Okay.
And I was running the SD class in a little Mazda RX-8 with a rotary, like a lot of four-cylinder Acuras and stuff like that. So yeah, when Boris came by, I'm sure he practically sucked the panels off my car.
So now, where are you racing at this weekend?
This week we're going back to Caraway. Last week Caraway rained out. I think they had 27 cars entered. 27 23 starts. We got to get it on speed, no pressure.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going back to Caraway. It's Caraway this weekend, and I think Caraway next weekend, and then South Boston the weekend after that, and then back to Caraway. So my goal is to start the first race and stay on a survival patience kind of mode for the next 3 races.
I need to send you out one of our new decals.
Yes. There's the car. There's a lot of decals missing on the car that we got to get on there. But yes, you definitely got to give me one on the Let's Talk Racing TV. We'll put it right back there on the TV panel in the back of the car again, like we had it on.
Cool. Yeah, because I don't know if you saw on Facebook, we redid the decal.
Yeah, that looks cool. What's the car I seen? It looks like a car tomorrow or something like that on there with the Let's Talk Racing on there.
You talking about? Was it one of the Steve Durbin's thing where you had the looks like that was the old Let's Talk Racing logo?
Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, it looked like the old logo on the car, but
yeah, he was doing
7:45, and I was like in this frantic frenzy trying to find the phone number because somebody forgot to text it to me. Not mentioning names, Raj, but.
And it's pretty bad as often as you're here, I tell you.
Just looking for your phone number, and thanks for sending it over.
I was just getting ready to, but Terry Carson, we put a nickel in, and we got a quarter's worth of information.
Oh, good deal. I get Terry Carson on Facebook. I don't really know him, but it seems like he's very, very involved.
Yes. He had just finished when you texted me, or was getting ready to. And in fact, I was getting ready to, if you notice at the end of the text, I said in 5 and then the M, it was supposed to be in 5 minutes because he was still going.
Yeah, but I was excited, so I just called.
That's fine. You get excited, come on, you can call anytime, I tell you.
You guys are probably making faces at me on the phone right now. I like keeping you nice out there because I know you're both ball breakers.
Hey, you can watch it right on the video. You know you can.
No, I have HughesNet. Let's not go into my internet service here, okay?
Hey.
It's like you got a better shot at putting a film in a little boot on a pigeon and sending it to my house.
Well, guess what?
What?
Do you have a smartphone?
No, I got a dumb phone. I'm a dumb guy. I got a dumb phone. I drive in circles for a living. What do you want?
Does Debbie have a smartphone?
Yeah, and I think she just walked in the door.
Well, good. You can watch it later, and you'll see.
I can watch it on the phone, so I can see the faces you're making at me right now?
That's right. You want me to make a few for you?
Probably asleep by now.
You want us to shoot the moon for you, too, I bet?
I'm hearing Matt, right?
No, Matt is not here tonight.
Matt's not there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Tommy tonight.
Yep.
All right. Hey, how's it going, Tom?
All right. I'd still rather have you here, though. It's a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, I tried. So speaking of having people here, what are you doing this weekend? We might be short a crew guy for Caraway.
Oh.
Okay, no, you can just tell me to bleed.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all right. So you won't hurt my feelings. I'll get over it.
Give me more notice next time.
Okay. Well, we got a race every weekend for the next.
Oh yeah.
Weekend.
Okay.
Since you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, well, then we get 2 months off, and I'm going to sleep.
Hibernate,
yeah.
That's my plan, is I'm going to sleep. Actually, we'll probably take the Mad car out a couple of times. We'll take the 08 out to the Mad Series and maybe run Old Dominion once or twice.
Now, you did say you got rid of the 93 car finally?
Yes, the 93 car sold.
Okay.
Sold to somebody out in Western Virginia who's going to run the Mad Series with it. I hope for his sake he doesn't change too much because we gave him the setup. I told him, I said, put your driver in it, put your motor in it, fill it up with gas, and go like hell.
There you go.
Sweet.
But, hopefully he doesn't go back and, I don't know, outsmart me. If he does, great, I'll take notes. But, I mean, that car was really, really hooked up. I hate to see it go, and I'm not really looking forward to racing against it.
But you're going to have to change your profile pic on Facebook because you got the 93 car there now.
Well, no, I had that picture on there because my friend's daughter ran away, and she was sitting in the car there, so I put that up. But I switched the picture back today.
I was wondering what that was all about.
At least I tried to. Yeah, she ran away about a week ago, and she's been in contact, and it's kind of, she's okay. She just hasn't come home yet, so I hope she comes home before.
Well, hopefully things work out at home for her.
It's going to work out well for her, being a 16-year-old runaway. So.
Yeah, it's not cool.
That's been a concern of mine this past week, but she's okay apparently.
Cool. Yeah, Nate, we have to get you out here one Wednesday night and go down and visit with Faith. I'm sure she'd love to see you.
Oh, and make sure you tell her I said hello, send my regards.
Well, just say hi. She's usually watching the show now. Ain't like,
Hi, Faith. Love you.
Yeah, her and Allison, they do their date night thing on Wednesday nights together. So
Yeah.
while we do the show, they order in food and relax and watch the show and then catch the TV afterwards.
Oh, good times. Good times. They'll have subtitles for you because I speak Yankee.
Oh, gee. Well, she's from New York now.
Get on Roger about putting that up.
Say what?
I said we'll get on Roger about putting the subtitles up so you understand my Yankeeism.
Yeah, you have to see what we can do now. I have to do the hosting thing.
What do you mean? What are you telling me?
I got all sorts of neat stuff I can do nowadays.
Like what? Backflips? What are you talking about?
Well, no, not yet. I used to.
We're working on it.
Give me a diving board in the pool, I can still hang.
Oh, okay. All right.
A
cannonball.
Now I added some extra equipment since the last time you were here,
Oh, cool.
so I can do all sorts of neat things.
Like way too long. I can't even count how long that's been because we've just been buried in the shop.
Yeah.
It's just been nuts. I mean, we didn't get the engine for the car, and there's so much of the car you can't complete until you've got an engine for it. So we didn't have a mock-up, nothing. We got the engine Monday.
Oh.
Monday or Sunday morning. We got the engine Sunday morning. No, I'm sorry, it was Saturday morning. So the crew was up there working on the car Saturday morning. It came, that was a week before the race. And I had a deal where I was doing ride-alongs for the Rusty Wallace driving experience, which was pretty cool. I rode around in the day in the 24 DuPont car. So if you didn't recognize the guy with the black helmet while you were screaming, that was me.
You were talking earlier, just hit me, about your owners. Anything's illegal type thing. I don't know if you remember Charlie Gary.
The name rings a bell. I probably know him.
He's a big-time engine builder. And that was one of the biggest things he stressed. He says, you do anything to that engine and make it illegal,
You're on your own.
don't ever come back and see me.
Yeah, and that's the way she is. If we do something blatantly illegal, just pack it up. Just park it at the shop and go home. So,
Yep.
And I admire that. My cars have always been legal. We never really messed with anything like that. We played gray area at times, but this rule book is way too expensive, and we're way too new at it to be looking at gray areas anywhere. We buy the book.
Yeah, one of your friendly drivers may come over and, oh man, try this.
Yeah.
Here, put this on. It's legal. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't mess with any of that. All the stuff is ours. It's all been tech. It's all been legal. It's under legal. I think the engine pumped out several cubic inch under. Compression was under. So everything is legit. The carburetor was questionable. They were going to let us run it anyway, and we said no way. Send it out to. We would have raced it last week, but it was close, and I was concerned about it. Maybe getting a little heat expansion or something like that, and not being legal. But they sealed it on the intake and stuff, and we cut it off this week, and we now send it out to Gene Nichols. Gene, do it right, do it legal, and Gene's working on it. Actually, we'll be down at Langley testing tomorrow night. Gene's going to meet us down there with a carburetor.
What type of carburetors you got to run?
394 barrel.
Ah.
So,
Poor thing.
one of them in a while. It should be fun.
There you go. Well, let me go ahead and let you go. Go ahead and do your thank your sponsor thing.
We got One Soul Shoes. One Soul Shoes is back on this year. Denso Spark Plugs. Gene Nichols, I can't thank him enough. Whelen Race Engines, Randy's Machine. Iberian Stud. They're all back. A few new ones, so we're looking forward to it. We got Atlantic Solar as one of our new sponsors this year.
All right. Hey, send me the measurements of what size you need, and I'll shoot you out the decal.
Oh, for the, what's the one you had on the car last year?
We changed them.
Oh, we'll make it that size.
Jeez, I don't even remember what size that one was. That was like a 4.
Why?
I think that was like a
6x6,
5x5 or 6x6. We've elongated it and shortened it.
I'll
now.
fit it on there. Don't worry about it. I got a spot for you, buddy.
All right, it's going to be 5 feet long.
Oops. Be a little hard to read when I stack all those letters up.
Okay, now. Oh, gosh. All right, you go have fun, and let me know how you do.
All right, will do. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, be safe. Talk to you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Send me whatever size. I'll make it fit.
Yeah.
Here you go. Okay.
You wrap the whole car with it.
There you go. Just put it across the back bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Or the spoiler. I think we had, I think it was like on the C panel or something like that last time.
Yeah.
On his car.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, we had a good night with everybody.
Yeah, that made it here.
That made it here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to know a little bit more in advance than 30
Yes.
minutes.
Yeah, me too.
I tell you. Fire him. You can fire him.
No. I just smack him upside the back of the head.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for being here with us tonight. And you can finish the rest of the stuff while I go around.
Okay.
As in, come see us next week and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Come see us next week on Let's Talk Racing. And
If you're a driver, you want to get on the show,
Yeah.
just get up with us on Facebook.
any drivers, anybody, you know, come see us. Come talk to us. Bye.
See ya!
Hi, my name is Natalie Sather. I drive the 94 K&N Lady Eagle Safety Wear, Butler built seats, bell helmets, hooker harness seat belts, number 94 at South Boston Speedway. Be sure to listen to Let's Talk Racing TV.
I'm Sam Hunt, driving 42 car on the thing Let's Talk Racing.
Hey guys, I'm Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bain, and thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing.
Hi, I'm Robert Richardson Jr., driver of the number 23 Dodge Challenger for R3 Motorsports in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and you're watching Let's Talk Racing.
I'm Timothy Peter, driver of the number 17 Toyota NASCAR Camp World Truck Series, and you're listening to Let's Talk Racing.
Let's Talk Racing is brought to you by PC Doctors, Computer Sales and Services. This doctor still makes house calls. And also Hampton Incredible Tees and Signs, both located at 1248 North King Street in Hampton, Virginia.